It's not one thing, it's another tonight. So you guys can see it's a little bit of a late start, but we're working on it. It's an old Wi-Fi problem, of course. Not sure if anybody's here yet because you can't really see the chat way over there. I'm not sure if you guys can actually see trains or not running. Oh, here. You can't really see me, can you? I gotta bend over a little bit. So. Small problem with the Wi-Fi in the basement tonight. Of course. Give me a minute, we'll be up and rolling, I think. There is a train actually going around the layout. It just takes a little bit of time to get over here. Okay, so I can see a few people in here anyway. And of course, as soon as I unplug this laptop, it's probably going to go for a crap too, so. It's just been one of those nights tonight. I get off work at 5:30, and I have a little bit of running around to do. And of course, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this before, but when you're in a hurry, nobody else is. So I didn't get home until about 10 after 6. And then trying to get this all set up. How big is your layout? I believe it's 18 by 22. But I'd have to go back and I'd have to actually measure that again. That's a guess. So, but me being in a hurry, and I had to go to a drugstore tonight and get a couple things. And I get up to the cash register and there's 6 people in line. Now normally they call somebody else. Well, the lady did. She called somebody else. And then there was 12 people in line, and 13 people in line, and it literally took me 20 minutes to get through the checkout because nobody came. And of course, the people in front of you, they have a cart and it's full, but anyway, enough whining and crying about all that stuff. So hopefully you guys can see my head the whole time. So we got Trainman 46 is here, GRE 2057, HO model trains, and like I said, the Wi-Fi was acting up a little bit in the basement. Hopefully I got that rectified. I ended up being 4 minutes late for it. So, Scrumptious Model Trains. Then we got Drum Rail. I like that name. That's kind of cool. Drum Rail. Sweet. Got Nancy Jones and AZ Train Grannies made her in here. That is awesome. Cheryl Crow. And I'm going to baffle this one all up, but Ms. Ron, Sparky, hello. Hello, sir, how are you? So, Alex Hamilton, Hillbilly Railroad, says hello to everybody, so make sure everybody's saying hello back. My Lionel O scale layout is 9 feet by 16 feet long. That would be a pretty good size layout for that. I said I do have the 1943 is running around. I got it a little slow and I don't have the sound on, so but that's just so you don't have to look at my ugly mug all the time. Washington State Rail Productions, cool. So yeah, like I said, just in a hurry to get home tonight. Everybody else, like even on the highway, the speed limit's 80 kilometers an hour, and you really think to yourself, it's got to be just to tick me off. Because everybody was doing 75. It's like, really? And then just as you think, okay, I'm going to pass them so I can get home faster, they speed up. And then you're like, okay, well, that's fine, you're going to speed up. Then they slow down again. It's like, really? Do you not know I have some place to go? So, that's how my night's been going so far. And then, like I said, I get home, trying to get everything all set up, and the Wi-Fi just wouldn't work. So, Brian W. Sparky, I also have an open basement ceiling. Do you find it makes for more cleaning due to dust, dirt, etc.? The only thing I can really say about dust, dirt, and etc. on my layout is just over there. My wife does woodworking, where my old layout used to be. So I get a lot of dust from woodworking stuff coming this way. So if I leave my layout for any length of time, then I've got to do quite a bit of cleaning. But as far as dust goes from the floor and stuff, it's a new renovation. It's not even a year old yet, so I'm not really getting a lot of dust and stuff. I still have one leak, believe it or not. I'm still getting water on my layout. Just where that old drain pipe was, but if it rains, it's like they didn't seal the concrete to the wood part. See, I'm not a carpenter or anything, but they did put a sealing in there, like a sealer. So water keeps coming in, drip it on the layout, put a bucket in there the other day, and well, this is what I got from the leak. Ready? That was from a one drip leak the other day when it rained. So whenever I leave my layout for a long length of time, and I think it's going to rain or not, I have to put this there, and it's right on an incline too, right? So anyway, that's heading right for the sump pump. Sump pump does work. Kicks it all right out of here because I did the plumbing. Yeah, now I got excited, didn't I? So I do have a bit of a game plan for tonight. First thing I want to do, and ContainerMan68, hope you pulled over, buddy, or are you just listening to me tonight? Hang some heavy clear plastic over the door. Nah. I'm going to build her a shed 25 by 14 so she can move outside. Then I get the full basement again until I can build a shed that's 40 by 14. Right. That's going to happen, right? DNSF 6951. So, looks like quite a few of my moderators showed up anyway. Southern 207 Hobbies. Oh joy, good day, sir. Ron Piskel. That sucks, Sparky. Yeah, it does, but I think I got for that leak, I think I got a way to fix it. I just got to caulk around my outside patio door because the guy was supposed to do that, and you guys all think I'm a nice guy, right? So just all the problems I've had with this renovation and stuff when it was going on. The last thing he had to do, because I was putting up the deck at the time, all he had to do is seal the leaks, right? So he comes over the one day, says, yeah, I can do that, all that. I said, well, just give me like half an hour, I just got to do this part of my deck. So he gives me the half hour, I'm doing my deck. I do more of my deck. I do more of my deck. I go in the house to shut the door, I lock the door because it's nighttime, I go to bed. His caulking gun is sitting out there with a cloth, a couple other tools. So every day after work I come home and I check in the backyard and there's his caulking gun, a couple tools, a cloth, still sitting there. So after a third day, I see him out in his laneway and I'm like, hey, you know your caulking gun's still left in my backyard, right? And he's like, oh, I forgot. And I just went to my backyard, grabbed a hold of his caulking gun, threw it at his house and said, you know what, don't worry about it, do it myself. I also call him a few other names because I just had it right up to their house. It's not that hard, right? Caulk around the door. So I'll do it. Anyway, that's enough of my poor me story. Kyle Serossi. Hi guys, this is John Dilly on my boss's channel. Well, that's no good. How are we supposed to subscribe to that one? Because it's a new channel I'm looking at. Does he do model trains and 2 stuff there, John? Or is this just like a work channel? Crooked River and Eastern Railroad. Hey guys, hello sir. Small local guy, I'm not sure if I said hi to you. Hey from the UK. Hey right on back. So, one thing I wanted to say, and bring mention too right off the bat, is Super Chats. I got last week from Trainman46, and these are all guys, if you haven't subscribed to these people yet, check them out. So we got Trainman46, and I say his name twice because he gave me 2 Super Chats last week. ContainerMan68, Amtrak and Southern Railfan, I am RRO, Com, and Weber Model Railroad. All threw me a super chat last week, so if you happen to see those names up in the chat, I guess I could actually point to the camera instead of the actual chat, right? Make more sense? Yeah. See those names in the chat, make sure you check out their channels and subscribe to them. I haven't even had anything to drink yet and I'm still slurring my words. Subscribe. So, and there's a lot of few new names I see out there. So, EJ and E Jeff says hello. Railfan 555. Containerman 68. You know what? I just changed the batteries in this thing, so hopefully the Wi-Fi is working for this. Earphones are out, boys. Super chat, 25 bucks. That doesn't sound any louder to me. I'm glad I changed the batteries. And I can't do this down here. Can't go around the whole screen because that's way over there. I can kind of do it though, but my favorite is the torpedo. Love it. So there you go, guys. Did you leave a message in that there super chat? I didn't even see it. Nope. You're supposed to leave a message. Tell me to get my act together or something. Valleybrook, how are you doing, sir? Another one from the UK popping in. And my shoe is all wet now for some reason. Wonder what happened there. Yes, thanks, Sparky. My ears were saved. Yes, I do try to give you guys some kind of warning, but you guys see the super chats before I do, so. Containerman68, thank you very much for that one, my friend. That is completely and totally honest. Awesome. So, those were my super chats from last week. What I want to talk about this week, and it's just something I've been seeing on YouTube quite a bit for the channels I've been watching, is people are starting to get new bench work made up, and they're just about to start a new layout. I think that's awesome. And I was there not that long ago, actually. Well, I guess it was a year ago. It just took me this long to get this far. But a couple other people, look for these guys in the chat too if they happen to show up. But we got Sam Cool 844S3. He just put a 12-minute video up, and this guy's taking drama in high school. He's taking acting, and the 12-minute video that this kid put up, I call him a kid and he hates it. I'm sorry, Sam, if you're in here. If you're not and watch this later, I'm still sorry. Ha! But he's a teenager. His dad and a friend helped him build the layout, and it is just immaculate. Like, it is professionally done. Sam Cool 844S3. He's going to be starting a new layout very shortly, putting some track down. I'm looking forward to it. I've been following this kid for a while now, and I just can't wait. Like, he went from the easy oval track and, oh, this doesn't work, and my big boy's screwing up, to the track plan he's got. I can't wait, and I hope you guys follow along too. Another one I got that I've been watching that's just getting started, he's got about half his bench work made, and it's SP Black Widow. Okay, there's another one, SP Black Widow. ATSF 1317. Another gentleman that's just getting his bench work and layout set up. So he's starting on the track. And another one that I've already mentioned twice now, one because he did a super chat last week, and one because he just did one now. Containerman68 has been working on his layout for a little bit too. And he's another one, when he gets some spare time at home, because he drives the truck for a living, he likes to put the camera on, throw up a live stream or a video of just him doing his layout, talking to the camera. That way he's not talking to himself, something like what I did last week. So, but that's what I got for that. Oh, one more. Anybody out there actually watch What's Neat This Week? Yeah, that's what it's called. What's Neat This Week with Ken Patterson. And I've got Chris Palomarev, and I think I say his name right, but he's on that show as one of the co-hosts, and he's doing a modules type layout, and what I saw it was about 8 feet long by about 3 feet, so that'd be kind of cool. His YouTube name, if you happen to see him in here though, is MRR Digest. So if you see his name, check him out, and maybe he'll put up some videos of him actually doing his layout. So, you guys actually see any of that train that goes by? Because I'm not really paying too much attention to it. So, Hot Rod Rodney. Chasco's in the house. Cool. And again, I'm sitting here chatting away, so I'm not watching my own chat, or my own chat there. So, sorry guys. I do watch it after the show. It's what I do for the rest of my night. Go upstairs, have a drink of Dr. Pepper, and just play my live stream back so I can see what's going on. But trying to get the Wi-Fi set up tonight. I am only kind of, sort of, half set up. But what I wanted to talk about is actually that. Just getting started. You got your bench work up. First question to all of you people out there, and we have 35 watching now. So, here's the question. Would you put foam, like I do? I put 2-inch foam on the top of my bench work. Would you guys do that, or you have something else that you would do? Or would you just leave it on top of the wood? And this video, the whole live stream, hopefully, is just to help out the new people that are just getting started. So if you guys could take a second and answer that question. Would you guys put 2-inch foam, 1-inch foam on top of your plywood? And the reason why I basically did it, when I was getting started, they said that it helps lessen the sound of the track in the train. Personally, I don't think it does. I have had a layout just on plywood before, and I think it actually sounds a lot better just going on the wood. But my own personal opinion, I guess. So, and if you guys can weigh in on that, 2-inch foam, 1-inch foam, any kind of foam, something on top of your plywood, or do you just put your track on top of it? Barnabas Junction, how are you doing tonight, sir? We're getting the UK invasion again. That's cool. I like it. So, SP Black Widow just subbed, so he must be in here. G'day, sir. How are you doing? See, all the people I've said hi to before, I kind of forget anyway, so. And there's Weber Model Railroad, so that's Mr. Lance. So we got a couple of them. Geneva Solvay Railroads, 7066. I like wood better. I have 1-inch. So, but, yeah, that is my personal opinion. Like, if I was going to do my layout again, I would really try to plan it more ahead, and say over here, because I'm not really doing anything extravagant with the layout, I would probably leave that right on top of the plywood, start from there. Now, on the other end of my rail yard, there is a part where I want to actually have a road go underneath the track. So the 2-inch foam over there gives me something to actually dig into and put it under. And it's a little bit easier than trying to carve into wood and make a hole into it. So, again, my own personal opinions. And I'm going to love to read the rest of everybody else's opinions afterwards. So, that's great, Barnabas. Missed your show yesterday. Well, I didn't miss it. I did try to clue in because it was my 3 o'clock break, but I didn't see you on, so I don't know if that was a scheduled break for you or what was going on, but hope everything was okay for you yesterday. I have no plywood, just 1x2s and 1-inch foam. So yeah, there's another idea you can do too, is you don't put the plywood on top, just use the foam. That makes your layout a lot lighter if you're thinking about moving it around. Always, I've seen a few people do it that way, so that's not bad. Barnabas Junction, forgot what day it was. You know what? I was like that earlier today. I get into work and we're working away. I got to my first break and I looked at my boss and I said, oh, by the way, I got to leave a little bit early today. He's like, oh yeah, you got your live stream and stuff. That's cool. Don't worry about it. And I was planning on leaving maybe about an hour early. And we get working away. And 5 o'clock showed up and I looked up at my boss because he's like, hey, how's everybody doing? Things are doing good and all that. And I went, oh man. He's like, what? And I said, I was going to leave early today and I forgot. So I left work at 5:30. Like I said, I had all my running around to do. And everybody in the world was slow today. Just because I was in a hurry. So, but I do it all the time. I forget. Just that's one thing I like about going to work, actually. I work Monday to Thursday, so if I'm at work, it's got to be one of those days. Get on the weekend, well, as long as the weather's good, I might get out of the house. So that was the one question I had for some of the new people. And I haven't seen Sam in here yet. I was kind of hoping he'd be in, but might have been busy tonight. It's kind of a noisy train when it goes by. You guys can see it all right though when it goes by, or do I have to move my camera a little bit? Let me know. Because I can turn you guys a little bit and I can move my seat. So. Finish my day off with dipping the new hot tub. I've only got one thing to say about hot tubs, and it's a long story. I'll make it short. Because I'm an electrician, I've hooked up many of them. So many people, you hook them up, they use them for a year. Told you I'd make it a short story, right? So, SP Black Widow, it looks like you're getting a few subs in here. That's good. That's awesome. And that should keep you working on your layout pretty good too. And your co-host. I like that one. That's awesome. Little munchkin running around. My little munchkin's all of a sudden got shy. She doesn't like being on the camera anymore. So she used to be down here helping me all the time, painting and everything else. Now as soon as I bring the camera out, she's gone. Can't see her. Or she runs behind the phone so you can't see her. And then if I try to turn it, yeah, no. She doesn't like that at all. So that was the base part of the layout that I wanted to kind of cover, is the foam part. Because everybody that I kind of mentioned there, except Container Man, doesn't have the foam base down yet, if they were going to put a foam base down. Next question I have for you is, and I use cork roadbed. Pretty straightforward. Pretty simple. Cork roadbed, when you buy it in a box of 25. It's probably your easiest and best way to get it. Comes in a strip like that. Just take it, rip it, and then you got to flip one around the other way. Put the two flat sides together, but that's what I use for mine, is cork roadbed. The other method that people can use is a foam roadbed, and I think that's by Walters, but you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Same stuff basically, but it comes in a roll. So it's all rolled up when you buy it in a nice little box, right? Looks a lot better than that, I'm sure. So you unroll it, and it's literally that. It's foam, very soft foam. So I have not heard any good reviews, and if you guys out there are using it, let us know if there is a good view out there. But the foam I've heard, when you're trying to put your track nails in it, it squishes down too much, and you just can't get a good fit with your track, so your track starts doing this. So, for years and years and years, cork roadbed has been out. Trusted by so many people over the years, so why change? That's the way I look at it. So I go with the cork roadbed. Mine is from Midwest. It doesn't dry out. I've had some of this sitting around for 2 years, and it's the same stuff. Here's some of the stuff. You can cut it, easier peasy, right? But how flexible it stays, we'll just keep going. And this is, some of it, like I said, it's been sitting around for a couple of years. There, finally broke. Now I'm pretty sure with the foam stuff you could probably like smush that right 90 degrees and all that, but this stuff is pretty flexible. Even going from the side. And it's sitting on a flat piece, right? But you can get a good curve radius out of that. So, again, what I use, cork roadbed. Some other people, I'm sure they use the foam stuff. So, a little bit different tonight, guys. It's going to be a lot of question and answers. So, again, what do you guys use out there? Is it the cork? Is it the foam? Pros and cons of it. If you can throw up one or two, why not? Let us know what you guys think and what you guys use, if you use any at all. And then we're going to get at the next part, and that's going to be, of course, track. So, what do we got? Thanks, Rail Fan. You're welcome. I'm sure that's what he said. Washington State Rail Productions. Well, good day. That's kind of a new name I've seen just now. I'm here just for the subbers. So, if you haven't subscribed to Valleybrook, go check him out. One of the boys from the UK. He likes his tea too. He actually goes over to Barnabas, breaks in, drinks his tea, and then goes up to his layout to play with his trades every once in a while. So, or was that a secret? Sorry. I would use cork road beds as North American trains, but my layout is currently using Easy Track. Okay, so there's the other question you guys can throw out there. I used Easy Track in my previous layout for this. Plus, for this layout, I used my Easy Track just to get my track plan. I don't like going on the computers and trying to put switches in and straights and get everything to work out and dimensions and all that other stuff. So I had my Easy Track, I bought more Easy Track, I stuck it all together, and I made this design for my layout. Of course, I tweaked it a little bit when I went to the Pico track, but it's a good way, I think, for most people to get started. Go with the Easy Track. Afterwards, if you're going to switch over to other stuff, come back, watch this video, and look at what other people use, foam or the cork. But I will say this. Bachmann Easy Track is starting to make so many crossovers, switches, number 5s, 6s, 8s, you name it, they are really starting to get into the track game. So I'd almost stick with the Bachmann Easy Track. It's easy enough to stick together. You don't have to glue it down if you don't want. Make what you want, change it when you want. Make your yards. The only thing I don't like about the Easy Track is there's no transition piece you can really buy to go from Easy Track to normal track. There it is, 1943. First time I actually seen it go by. Haha. But Easy Track is pretty cool, and I probably would have stuck with it if I didn't already jump onto this stuff. Just because of all the new pieces that they are coming out with. So here's the stuffed up part again, doing a live stream. 38 people watching, that's not too bad. 13 thumbs up. We got ContainerMan68 that threw up super chat. My horn is here, boys, girls, people. So feel free. Oh, there's one. Ron Piskel. Stream, I'm coming over very, very clear tonight. Looks great. Thank you very much, Ron Piskel. Everybody got their earphones out? There's another channel to go check out, guys. Does it get loud if I go like that, or is it like, I love this thing. And it actually went off a few times the other night when the Leafs were playing. They actually scored a couple goals. Not bad. Ron Piskel, thank you very much, sir. Valleybrook obviously likes my light. He found an icon for it. So, Unitrack, yeah, that's the other thing is I don't really, because I model in HO scale, I talk mostly HO. But feel free in the chat to throw that up there, guys. If you're into N scale, O scale, G scale. The only thing I can say about G scale, I have started looking into that because I have a relatively large backyard. The best way to buy G scale track is in the sets. But the train sets, the cars and the locomotives are garbage. So, but you can pick up a set with a small oval, whatever a small G scale oval really is. I haven't actually looked at the measurements, but $200. You can pick those up at train shows and stuff like that. Not sure how good the track is for it and stuff like that, but you go to, and I'm not advertising for anybody, you got Train World in the States and a few other stores. You got Otter Valley, Credit Valley. There's quite a few stores you can check out. Check out their their G scale track. For a 3-foot section, you're looking at $70. Like, wow! It'd be cheaper for me to build that 40 by 14 shed in the backyard and stick with my HO scale stuff. So, you guys are jumping the gun on me. Nicholas, g'day, sir. 24-inch radius curves. Now, I was going to get to that later, but we could throw that out there now. We've done the road bed and the foam and your foundation, but doing your layout design. like I said, I did all mine basically in my head, threw the easy track up. If it worked, it worked. If it didn't, I ripped part of it out, I started again. A lot of people go on the computer, so if you guys are doing that and you go on the computer, throw up the program that you're using. You can't do .com or anything, but you can kind of say what it is. Maybe other people can check it out, why not? I'm not as computer savvy as a lot of people are, I guess. But I'm just old school. I like to actually put it down, look at what it looked like. So, biggest thing for me, I think, and for a lot of people, is your curves. Now, if you're thinking about the curve radius for your layout, think about the type of cars that you want to run. Regular tank cars, 40, 50-foot box cars, you can get away with the 18-inch curves. They prefer 22, right? But if you're going to get into some of these specialty models, this one right off the bat says 22, nothing less. But when you do a 22-inch curve with this thing, it hangs over the track like, wow. And it's pretty hard to get around there. You want to go slow. But you're looking at 24, 26-inch radiuses if you want to get into something like this. Auto racks. 89-foot auto racks. You want to get into doing some of those. Again, you got to look at the 22, 24-inch radius curves. My outside curves are all 24. My inside ones are 22. And I do actually have, that one there is 26, and the far ones on my far sides are 26. So I can get away with some of the bigger curves. So it's something, before you actually look at it, your layout, think about what you actually want to do about it. Earbuds. Anybody got earbuds in? Come on, get them out. Valleybrook. Valleybrook said he's only here for the subs. He doesn't want to watch my show. So he's probably drinking his tea, staring at the TV. But go check him out anyway. He does have a model layout. Check him out, Valleybrook. It's the torpedo going away. Bye-bye. Thank you, sir. That was awesome. Small local guy found the same icon. So, hi Michelle, how are you doing? So we got Union Central System. This is gonna be great when I go back on watching this later. There's a lot of names in here I just don't recognize. So I might actually be subbing to a lot of people tonight too. So if you guys have not subscribed to my channel yet, because I've actually noticed that on a couple of my live streams, I get people that aren't subscribed to me. Hit the subscriber button. We do this every Wednesday. Normally I leave the chat open for anybody if they want to talk about something, but tonight I got a little bit of a subject, and it's just building a new layout. Like I said, and I'll go over them again. Sam Cool, 844 S3, SP Black Widow, ATSF 1317, and Container Man 68 are just a few people that I've noticed are building new layouts. So just a bit of a, let's help everybody out. Let's say what we do for our layouts and how we came up with the ideas of how we got this far. But turn radiuses, biggest thing I think that you really got to look into, what you want to model, what era, and even if you're back in the steam era. Now you want to run the Challenger, or you want to run the big boy, you ain't putting those on 18-inch curves. I'll tell you right now, I've got, the one big boy that I've got says it'll do 18-inch curves. No, it thinks it will. It's actually the front truck, the pilot truck, that comes off all the time. It will not do the 18-inch curve, because once the first set of drive wheels start turning, for some reason it just kicks that front pilot truck right off there. So 18-inch curves, they lie to you. So biggest piece of advice I can give anybody doing a new layout, if it's your main line, no smaller than 22. Probably do 24, knowing what I know nowadays. So, Train Dudes, hey Sparky, got an SD80 Mac for the TBRR. Sweet. I like those. Conrail only had one or two of them. If I get a chance, I will be doing YouTube Thursday. Another live stream or just a video? There, Barnabas. Sorry, I should have said your name first. So. So I was hoping to be a little more prepared tonight, but really it's not that much. Talking about track, what brand of track do you guys find the best? Now, over in the UK, like I said, we got a few guys over there. Your double O, which is the same as HO for track size, correct? But what brands do you guys use over there? Mine is Pico. I believe I have some Walthers. Atlas, I think I got a little bit of that. And, well, I got FlexTrack. HO code 83 Super FlexTrack. So, yeah. I forget who makes it though. Guess I shouldn't leave that sitting across the rails. That would be bad. But just in brands of track alone, you got Pico, Micro Engineering, which I would really wish some of the hobby stores around here would get, because I'd like to try out their new track system for the yards, see how they work. Again, so far the reviews I've heard about them, and if some of you guys out there have those, the Micro Engineering yard system, where it's just a really close-knit yard track switching, I don't know how to explain it. But if some of you guys are using that, let me know what you guys think of it, because I'm really thinking about doing that for my yard, and then I can get like 3 more sidings on it. But I haven't heard anything good about them yet, and I was even by 1 or 2 train store owners. So I'm not sure. We've already mentioned Kato and Bachmann for their easy track and their sectional track. We got Shinohara, Atlas, to name a few, Walthers. I believe anybody else using anything else out there? Got Pico and Hornby, so again, that's in the States, UK, sorry. Again, if you go to small train shows around here, I know in Ontario anyway, there is a booth there that they sell a lot of the British locomotives, like the Flying Scotsman, the train sets, and it's all with double O scale, and a lot of it's Hornby, so had to go longer on stream. I want to come back, but need to get out of some traffic first. Sacramento Rush. And that was from Roy Hardwick. I'm not sure if he wanted to do a stream after mine or not, and I'm not going to say he is because I keep screwing that up. So, and then he sends me really bad texts. So that's, like I said, that's just to name a few over here, track kinds. So we got Pico and Unitrack, Atlas and N Scale. That's from Cheryl Crow. And Barnabas Junction's Pico Flexi is brilliant. Prefer Hornby points. So that's the other thing too, is track and points motor, or points, switches, crossovers. There's so many different things that you can get, and what different companies are good at, right? This isn't quite one, but you can buy sectional track opposed to your flex track, depending on what you want to do. Most of my layout is done with flex track for the simple reason you can flex it all up, do what you want, right? Cut it to size, file down the edges, does what you want. Any radius that you want. So get a radius thing that you can buy from your hobby store, or just do a ruler even, drill a hole in one end of it. And say you want 26-inch curves, drill a hole at 26, put a pencil in it, hold that there, whoosh, 26, take your track, put it down on top of that, now you get a 26-inch curve. But you can do anything with this stuff. Flex track. Like I said, my full layout is basically all flex track. Do have some sectional track. 22-inch radius, but as you can see, it's still in the package. Now, point motors for me, basically trying to stay all with one brand. And I don't know why I like it so much. Maybe it's just because some of the track snaps over. Maybe I'll find one of those in a second. I really like using re-railers. I know it sounds stupid, and a lot of professional guys just go, I'm not buying a re-railer, my track's good enough. You know why I like them though? That's a road crossing. Right there. Get that kind of close. That's a road crossing. Perfect. Set that all up. Bam-o. Less work on road crossings. But I do prefer the Atlas stuff. Code 83, more realistic I think. Code 100 is cheaper. And then you can always go code 55, which I'm actually thinking about doing on some of my sidings in my town. It's a smaller rail. It looks like it was out there. It's cheaper for the railroads to use that kind of code, the smaller stuff. But it's only meant for 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 boxcars, right? So it's smaller, it's a lighter rail. Why not use it? I'd like to use it at least on one siding just to see if you can really notice a difference. Crossovers. You can get them 90 degrees, 45, 30s. What's this one? That's a 30-degree crossing. So if you came off a switch, that's pretty much the crossing that you would use to make it go straight into the next track. One kind of thing you can do. And I call them switches. Some people call them points. But you got Ys. I think this is a number 5. Oh, number 4. So you can get some pretty close ones. This is a number 6. Again, a lot longer. So just things to think about, again, when you're building your layout. Switches are all different sizes, depending on, again, what you want to use them for. If it's your main line and you want to do like 2 main lines like I have here, that's what I used. The longer dragged out switches, so you can put your longer like 6-axle locomotives on there, and I believe even my big boy will go across those. Smaller ones for in the yards, 4-axle locomotives, some 6-axles will go over that, just got to go a little bit slower. And again, up to manufacturers and how they make them too, but you want stuff to look realistic, right? You don't want to go out and buy a locomotive from a certain manufacturer just because they all do 18-inch radius curves. Now how realistic is that going to look on your layout when it's going around the curve and it's all hanging over the one side so far, right? So again, how far do you actually want to take your layout? Today, tomorrow, next year, or forever? Layouts, they say, are never done. And I can understand why. This has been over a year, and this is how far I got. Now I've had some ups and downs and some issues with mine that most people hopefully don't have. But it's not a hobby that you can rush through. You can't just throw everything on there, throw on some trees, put on a grass mat like a 7-year-old would, or put it under his bed type thing. Sure, it works for a 7-year-old. But you want to get into the better stuff. Do it yourself, and it all takes time. It all takes planning. Try to plan it right from the start. This is what I plan my layout to be in 2 years. Don't plan for tomorrow. Because tomorrow, you're going to take it apart. You're not going to like it. I guarantee it, and there's going to be guys out there that are going to tell you. Whatever you build today on your layout, and this is to all these new guys that are right here right now, putting on track, you ain't going to like your first probably 3 layouts, your 3 track plans. You're going to start tweaking it. You're going to want more yard work. You're going to want more sidings. You're going to want passing sidings. You're going to want the prototypical stuff that you see every day. So, kind of what this show's out there to do. So if you guys out there right now, what I'd really like is if you got any tips, tricks, ideas, or any way to help somebody out that is just starting to do their layout and do track work right now, give them a hint. Give them some help. Throw it up there in the chat and let them know. Tell them to subscribe to your channel and you'll help them out even more. Sorry. Sparky, did you do something to your microphone? No, why? Can't you hear me? Hopefully it's still working. spending most of my time trying to develop my scratch build skills. Ron Piskel? Well, then you got to tune in to Vinny on his Friday shows. I'm pretty sure you are. So research a lot. Yes, that's the biggest thing. Books are your best friend. Internet's great. YouTube is awesome. But, and I don't read a lot, because I've always sat here my whole life and said, I'm going to wait for the movie. I have bought so many books. Model Railroad magazine, I have been getting their magazine now for 4 years. But books, I have gone and ordered books off of the internet just so I can have the paper copy, so I can go back and read and read and read so many things. You can get books on yards, industries. Cam Bluch has, what, 5 books just on industries alone right now that you can use on the side of your layout. So that's awesome. There's a book for everything. There's even books out there if you want to, like I model Conrail. There's books out there just with Conrail. So it gives you all the locomotives that they had, some of the cars, what they did, waybills, you name it. It's all out there, you just got to look for it. The internet, like I said, is a great resource. Having the paper copy in your hand sometimes is just so much better. You can take it to your layout, drop it down, flip over the page, and do what it says. Hillbilly Railroad, no Ron, he is my Yoda. Not sure what that is, but sure, why not? I'm thinking of getting a big boy. Who makes the cheapest one? Well, I'm going to tell you, small local guy, don't go for the cheapest one. Go for one that works the best. Riviossi does one. Athearn does one. Broadway Limited does one. And I have one of them that actually does smoke. It's not down here right now, but I believe it's my Broadway Limited. The smoke unit's actually in it. They made it with the smoke unit. Perfect. If it's a steam locomotive, to me it has to blow smoke. If not, why buy it? Steam locomotives blew smoke. If a company can't put a steam locomotive out there with the smoke unit in it, why would I buy it? You're not trying hard enough. And they always say, well, you can add one. Well, that's great, but once you put one in their locomotive, that smoke unit's not covered by their warranty. And what if that smoke unit melts the plastic around the funnel? That's not covered by warranty. So, it's the only piece of advice I can give you about any steam locomotive, including the big boy. Look for the one out there that has the smoke unit. Eric, IMRR calm, plan. Know before you start, are you going to be round and round, aka like the train that I'm watching right now? Or an operator, so you want to go, and that's a good point, Eric Bakes. You can make a layout that goes around and round and round, just like I have, because I like to come down, let the train run, and work on my layout. As the train goes by, I stop and I watch it. Goes by, I work on it a little bit more. Then there is operations. You can have a point-to-point layout. So you can have reverse loops at both ends if you want. Or you can go down to one end. You can do all your switching. Come down, go through, do a little more switching in the center. Get down to the far end. That's your rail yard, your local house. Point-to-point. So different ways that you can do that. But again, like he says, plan ahead. You gotta know the stuff before you even think about it. And that's something that you might even want to know even before you build your bench work. But tons of great help and advice available. And there is, and I'm hoping that there's tons of advice and great help available right here on this video. So, for anybody that's starting out. That's pretty much what I got. The other thing I like about Atlas is they do these little track bumpers. I think they're kind of cool and they just snap in. Easy peasy. So snap them in for now, and that stops your trains from running off the end, like up by my mine unit there. Hit those, no problem. It'll pop them out if it hits too hard. But I'm not ready to make my own yet with rail and stuff like that. So these are good. And again, that's another thing you can do. Just if you got a hobby store in your area, go check it out. Walk the aisles for a while. They don't care how long you're in there. Look at everything. Like even scenery products, there's so many different kinds of scenery products, but it's hard to decide all that stuff. But again, like I said, track and stuff, you figure out what you want to do before, and then start from there. And I guarantee, like I said, your first 3 layouts that you're going to put down, you're not going to like them. Because you're going to run it, and then you're going to think, oh man, I should have done that. Or you're going to be here on the internet, and you're going to be watching Weber's Model Railroad and what he did to his layout, because he's another new guy that's doing his. Yeah, I said that right. No, I didn't. Well, there's another channel to check out. Weber Model Railroad, he's just getting his layout. He's just switched over to N scales, so he's another one that's going to have a track plan that we're all going to be watching carefully, seeing if he's doing a good job. Like NASCAR, watching to see the accidents. Yeah, there better not be any. This thing's gone around like 50 times now, so if there is, it's because you jinxed it. Sparky, I have to go, supper time here tonight. Well, thanks for stopping in there, sir. Enjoy your supper. I still haven't had mine yet. I haven't had time, but I'll get to it. Excuse me. Ethanville Bro 420. I got message of his HO stuff. I got message of his HO stuff. Laugh out loud. Okay. What HO stuff? Is it for sale? Do I want to buy it? Got high bank curves. I wanted to do that on some of my stuff too, Lance. Put the little inclines in on there too. I forgot. Completely forgot. And that's another thing. You're going to get so excited when you're building your layouts. You're going to forget so much that you wanted to do. So, the only other piece of advice that I can give to anybody just starting out, or to everybody that's here basically, I've got my main line done now. Biggest thing that I can do now is sit and watch it. At least for 2-3 months. Make sure that there's no hiccups. Make sure when summertime gets here, my track's not going to fluctuate too much. Just make sure my trains run for a good 3-4 months. Then I can start into my ballasting. But you don't jump the gun either. It's a hobby that takes time. So if you're getting into model trains, layouts and stuff like that, it's something you better have a lot of, is time. And I don't mean in a week you gotta have 20 hours. I mean just over a lifespan, lots of time. It's never done. Everybody in here is going to tell you your layout's never going to be done. You're always going to change something. You're always going to have to, well, not have to, but you're always going to want to build more. Just like Vinny says right there. You have to have patience. And that's another thing that you do have to have. When things start going sideways on you, another great piece of advice that I got from a lot of people, walk away. Leave it alone. Even if it's go away for 2-3 hours and just let things settle down, come back down to your layout, take a look at it, you'll get a new perspective, and things will probably start working out a little bit more. If not, leave it alone again and readjust your thinking, because obviously what you just did, it's not going to work. So think about something else. Look it back up on YouTube. It's there. It's got to be. If it got messed up, somebody else has messed it up too. So, I wonder if I've actually missed anything. Well, there's the only other thing, and I kind of went over that. Flex track or sectional track. And then, of course, if you're going with sectional track or flex track, do you solder it or do you just use rail joiners? And how often do you leave the gaps in it so it can expand and retract? Now that's something I haven't even done on my layout yet, is put gaps in the rails. I do have a lot of track feeders, and I ran about anywhere from 6 to 10 feet in between all my track feeders. From my rail yard over here to my lift out section, I don't have any on the one track yet, so I still have to do that. So again, that's something you got to do before you do ballasting, because you do ballasting, yeah, you're going to mess that one up. So yeah, there's the other question, is do you solder it or not? Sparky, any mail calls? No sir, I do not have any. Am I supposed to get one is going to be the next question. I guess I could look at the camera. But I know you asked for my address a while ago, but I haven't got anything from you, so. And the last mail call I got, I think, was Roy and his camera stand. So you will soon. Okay, I will watch for it. And if hopefully you've got the tracking number for it then. But yeah, any mail calls I do get, there is a video I do have on my channel that's got my address on it. Or just ask Barnabas, he does have it too. Send me something on the live shows on Wednesday nights. More than happy to do mail calls. Yell out your name. This thing makes me yell out your name too. Just saying. I even changed the batteries for you guys tonight. I solder all track, and almost every 3 feet I add track feeders. Now, Ethanville, why would you go every 3 feet for track feeders? Hot Rod Rodney, yes, I solder all my rail joiners. Solder every other joint of flex. That's from Eric on IMRR.com. Solder every section. Gaffa Haynes, how are you tonight? And I just missed your comment. I'm modeled to relax. I'm in no rush to get it done, and that's one thing I like to do too. You come down here and relax, especially now that I've actually got a train running. To me, it's the best sound right there, just running around. Listening to it go by. It's just, I guess with the train running for me at the same time as I'm doing the scenery or doing anything on the layout, it's giving me the purpose and the drive to make that better. You can always get a lot better than what I got right now, that is for sure. But, you know what I mean, right? It's there. That's my goal. Make this better. I'd love to do a video like in 5 years on my layout. And everybody actually says, what are you doing rail fanning? You're not a rail fanner. Valleybrook says leave space and add, and it adds to the sound. Yeah, the clickety clack of the wheel set. I got that on my lift out section. That's awesome. I love it. Get the long trains going over and you get the clickety click, clickety click, clickety click. I just missed. Mr. Lance, how are you? Watch your ears, guys. Watch your ears. Weber Model Railroad. Check out my stuff on eBay. Lionel Lance. Yes, he's selling, I believe it's a lot of his HO scale stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong again, sir. Weber Model Railroad. Keep the earplugs out, earphones out. I want to see if I can take up a whole screen. Lance. So go check him out on eBay and buy some of his stuff. That way you can buy more N-scale stuff. I guess I can click out of that now. Small local guy, he's got the icon. So that was pretty much what I had to cover tonight. And I know a lot of you guys are probably bored from it, but hopefully you got given quite a bit of good advice for the new guys that are just getting their track thought about or set up. Again, channels to check out: Sam Cool 844S3, SP Black Widow, which was in here earlier, not sure if he's still in here now, ATSF 1317, and Containerman 68, which was just on the road, had to drive out of some traffic, so said he'd try to be back with us in a bit. I can't see how long I've been doing this, but there's 42 people in here now. 20 thumbs up. 20 thumbs up. Can we get at least one more? I don't think I can do it. Can I do it? Can I give myself a thumbs up? Oh, there's Container Man. He's back. There, 21 thumbs up because I gave myself a thumbs up because I'm actually enjoying tonight's show. This is kind of cool. Container Man, were you going to be doing something after my show? And I'm not going to say any more after that. And how long have I been on here? Because it's not telling me. Well, I guess I could look at this. 60 minutes, bang, right on. just hit 60 minutes. Hot Rod Rodney, I thought I ran into a lighthouse. That's a super chat, not a lighthouse. I always try to do something a little bit different with that light, but 1 hour, yes. So in the 1 hour, I basically talked about laying track, getting started, plan ahead, plan ahead, plan ahead. That's my biggest piece of advice to anybody is plan ahead. Either draw it on a piece of paper, do it on the computer if you know how to do that kind of stuff, or use Easy Track. But plan ahead. Get something stuck in your head, go with it, put it down, start from there. And watch the rest of this live stream again, go back and watch it if you missed something, because I'm going to have to. So, Containerman68 says, I'm still driving. If I can find a parking spot, I'll do a live stream. Okay, sir. Well, I'll try to hold on for a few more minutes. Couple anyway. So yeah, the other thing to think about, layout design, hills. You don't want any more, I'm going to say a 2% grade, but again, depending on what you're running, what area you're running, how many locomotives you're running, how long of trains that you're running. NS Modeler Tim, g'day sir. And I do have to still add, I do have your cell number. Tim, I just got to throw it in my cell phone. I've been a little busy. And I missed that train show because of a family emergency that came up. There is one in Woodstock coming up. I believe it's this weekend. But I'd have to look on my phone to find out. But if anybody wants to know about the Woodstock model train show, let me know. And I could throw up like a 30-second video that says the date or what it is. But unless somebody knows right now when the Woodstock train show is, it's a Sunday, I know that much. It's from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. I thought they said the 28th, but again, I don't have a calendar stuck in front of me. So, curve radiuses we talked about. Water is another thing, big thing, but you can always work that around your layout. Are you going to have a lake, a stream, a creek, drainage? Are you going to have the side of your layout be like a big ocean spot with a big ocean liner so you can do containers and stuff like that? Again, all things to think about on your basic layout design. Like, you're not going to think about that after, of course, you got your bench work done. You're going to have that already stuck in your head. So, but water is a big thing. It's very attractive on a layout to throw water on it. Woodland Scenics realistic water. You can put reeds in it, fishermen, boats, and I think you can even buy little fish that you can stick in the water now so people can see it. Again, plan ahead. But I'm going to throw water on here somewhere. I think it's going to be right over there in that little lift out section I got. I got to keep that basic, so pretty sure that's just going to be a farm and a river that runs through it. Okay, so the only thing I've got, so Containerman68, you probably got about 15 more minutes before I shut her down, unless everybody keeps the chat going longer. And if they do, that's because you want them to. Haha. Hint, hint, if he needs longer time. So we got half the stuff is gone, Ron, already, and paying, that's cool. And that was from Weber Model Railroad. So he's got half his stuff sold already, but he does have half of it still on eBay. So go check him out. Get it. Gonna have to shoot soon. Too tired of eyes. Well, she is a little late over there. But I do appreciate everybody from the UK stopping in, checking out my live stream, and participating. I really like getting the point of view from you guys from over there, especially because it's a 00 scale. So I don't know why it kind of fascinates me a little bit, but I am thinking about getting the Flying Scotsman. I don't know why, but just because. It's one of your most famous locomotives over there, I guess. Steamers. So just, I don't know, unless I see something else. I've got a Thomas the Tank Engine, but I'm not really into playing with it, and little girl's gonna be 10 soon, so she's not really into playing with Thomas either, so. What about Down Under? Oh, do we have an Australian here? Gaffa Haynes, how are you, sir? That's awesome. How many more Australians do I have? Is it just Gaffa tonight? And Down Under is awesome too. I've actually been there. Did a a holiday over in Australia for 10 full days. Probably one of my favorite parts. Well, I did the air show that was there, and what an awesome pyrotechnics thing that they had. And me being from Canada, we don't have a lot of helicopters, but you guys have a lot of helicopters in your military force. Holy cow. And awesome looking things. And the other thing, the Great Ocean Road. Awesome drive. Just got to do it. If you ever go to Australia, anybody, even if you mean that. Jeff Murphy, how do you figure the grade? Thing I think about with grades is how much room that you have, the size of your locomotives, and the more realistic that you want. Most railroads in real life are 2.5 to 1.25 grade. That's what they like. They're just the easiest on the locomotives, right? And using the power. Mine are all 2% grades. They take up 12 feet on each side, just so you know. So if that can help you base anything out, 2%, 12 feet gets you up 4 inches. So I see there's a few people out there that can kind of help you out with that. 1 inch is 4 inch in 2% grade. Or 1 inch is 4 feet, sorry. Track not reckon. Yes sir. Reckon changes. Always changes. So I want to move off of, unless you guys still want to talk about track plans and stuff like that. Yeah, would tour Sparky 2020. Yeah, that would, yeah, World Tour Sparky. Yeah, that'd be nice. But it's all about the mighty dollar, isn't it? So last week's show was a live swap meet. 34 people in here. I got 32 thumbs up, 1 thumbs down, and it wasn't me this time. Vinny, was that you? If you're still in here too, you might have fell asleep in your chair. Go fund me. I don't like I got my Patreon page, Patreon/Sparky107107. I don't bring it up a lot though, so a lot of people don't know about it. But there's that, or there's the, what is it, PayPal.me/Sparky107107. But again, any finances that you guys do for the Patreon thing goes to my live stream. It does not go to my layout whatsoever. Just so you guys know that. I know that kind of irks people when there is a few people out there that get pretty ticked off that people ask for money to do their layout. I don't want your money to do my layout. Any money that I get from the Patreon thing goes basically right back into this live stream thing. Because I like to do them all the time. Every Wednesday is a bit of a challenge. Better equipment would be nicer instead of using my cell phone in my basement. But maybe you guys like my cell phone in the basement. But it doesn't do the same thing all the time. And I always have to look up here. My new video is uploading. So Train Dudes has a new video coming out. Woodstock Train Show date is April 22nd, 2018 from 10 to 3. Okay, so I guess it's April 22nd. I don't know why I had the 28th stuck in my head. But 22nd. So if you're in the Woodstock area, Ontario, Canada, because I have to say that, Super Chat goes to Railroad. Super Chat goes to me. So it goes to the live stream, buying products that I could do in a live stream. Pretty much. Be nice to get some new lights for the thing. But yeah, Super Chats are half and half for the most part. I have not used any of it yet for my actual layout. My first payout that I got from YouTube, I bought the track cleaner, like not the track cleaner, the wheel base cleaner from Woodland Scenics, I think it was. It was what, 2-3 shows ago? How to clean your wheel sets. I got the big one from Germany that had the wheel sets in it that you can run your locomotives and program them. And there was something else I got. But that was my first payment from YouTube. Basically went to all that stuff. And my first payment from YouTube didn't pay for all that stuff, I'll tell you that right now. The big one alone was very expensive. The little one, it was only like 40 bucks, 30 bucks. So yeah, the live stream that I did last week, live stream swap meet. A, did you guys like it? B, is there anything that you would do to improve it? And C, I guess only I can really do C, but I'm actually thinking about doing, maybe on a Saturday once a month, we could do the live swap thing again. I thought it went really good. I think I topped out at 63 people in the show. Hopefully it helped a lot of people sell some product or even buy some stuff that they need for their layouts. But that's what I'd like to end this show on. Leave a comment if you like the show, what you do to improve it. And once a month on a Saturday maybe. I'm thinking maybe 1 o'clock Eastern time. That way UK, our friends from Australia, Germany, everybody can kind of get in on the show then. Because 7 o'clock is pretty late for UK. Australia, I think you're already into tomorrow. So if you know the winning lottery numbers, let us know in the chat. And we can play those now. Nicholas was timed out for 300 seconds. I'm a ref. Huh. Oh, I'm a ref was timed out by Nicholas. Cool, thank you. Small local guy message deleted by Nicholas. Uh-oh. Small local guy is usually pretty good. So hopefully that wasn't too bad. Thank you, drumroll. So, Container Man, are you almost pulled over? If not, then everybody's gonna have to watch your channel and see when you go live. So again, hit the bell on mine. It's a little icon down there somewhere. It's a little bell, it rings every time I post a video. And I guess the way YouTube works is you might be subscribed to me, but if you haven't watched a video for a bit, they're not going to tell you that I'm on. But if you hit the bell, then you're more likely to get notifications that I'm actually doing a live stream when I actually turn it on. Not 30 minutes into it, as some people get notified, I guess. So hit the bell for me, hit subscribe for me, and ContainerMan68, if he's not pulled over quite yet, spontaneous live stream. Oh, you're doing one right now? You bastard. Bye. I'm pretty much done. See y'all soon, Sparky and friends. Goodbye, Valley Brook. Take it easy. Trainman46, still running. Geez, isn't that train out of fuel yet? No, you see, I'll show you a trick on how to get fueled. You hire a couple teenagers that are looking for some hard-earned money, and you get a tanker truck, right? So you take a hose out of the tanker truck, and on a long straightaway beside the rails, you run the tanker truck, you run the hose down, you get the two kids up here, one on the train, one over here, pumping away, and the fuel goes into the train and it runs forever. Take a lot to get that tanker truck to run out of fuel, so how's that? But that's the show for tonight, guys. Been over an hour. Sorry, I got it 74 minutes and 25 seconds. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the show tonight about basically getting started laying track. And thank you very much for helping me out, helping out the new guys that are just getting started with their layouts. And I'm going to go back and maybe you can help me out a little bit too, because I'm still in the basic getting started stages. So I'm going to give you guys one lap with this train going around with the sounds on. After she gets around one full time, I'm pretty much going to end the stream. So if you don't know who the person is that you're reading the chat from, go check out the 3 dots beside their name. Unless you're on a cell phone, then just tap on his name. Go check out their channel. Subscribe if you can, if you like their stuff. Even if you don't, subscribe right now. That'll make you figure out if you like it or not. Hit a bell. You get more notifications that way. And I will see you guys next Wednesday on my next live stream. Should have a video up this weekend too, but we can chat next Wednesday. Alright, I'll talk to you later, guys, and thanks for checking me out. Well, you didn't check me out, you checked the video out, right? I don't know, it's all in the play of words. Come on. Everybody likes to play with trains, though. Bye for now, guys. See you soon.